That's me smile over with. I'm sitting here on my own and I thought, I'll tell you this story. And before I start, if you believe me or don't believe me, if you don't believe me and you say, don't be coming at me and saying, it's not true, it's BS and all that. I'm not bothered if you believe it or you don't. I was there, I know what happened, so I don't care. I don't give a... Anyway, picture the scene. I'm going back to 1989. My mother died on the 3rd of December 1989 in my arms. All the family were at one of my niece's christening that day. And me and my mother's sister, my Auntie Lily, my cousin Pat, and I think it was my cousin Michael, were there with my mother. And I just went to the nurse. I seen my mother's fingers going blue. So I just went to the nurse and mouthed to her, is my mum going to die now? And she went, yes, I think so, love, I think so. So I just picked my mother up in my arms and I rocked her. And she passed away. About 4:30, after all the grandkids went in to see her one by one. My eldest was the last one to go in half an hour before she died. Anyway, we were there. Fast forward 9 months later, my daughter, I've only got one daughter, 3 sons, one daughter. And the kids had all been in to see her before they got off the party. Anyway, my daughter was having her first child, Leah, the twins' mother, Connie's mum. She was having her, and she didn't know the protocol of what happens with this. It's her first baby. It's her first baby. So anyway, she's in labour and the heartbeat kept going. So I'm watching the nurse, what the nurse is doing. She's coming in and she's all round my daughter's stomach with the, I don't know if you call it a sonogram or something like that. Anyway, she's all round. She'd find it and she'd press this button and she'd go away. So I had to keep going and getting it because the heartbeat would go off on the monitor. So I'd go and run and get her and she'd come in again. And I'm just going to put this on the airplane mode in case anybody rings. Anyway, I go and get her, comes back and she said, oh, I said, I watched what she was doing, so I done the same. I got the thing down, went all over her stomach till I found the heartbeat and I fixed it. And then I kept doing that all the time. And then this time, couldn't find no heartbeat. I'm all over the stomach, everywhere, couldn't find no heartbeat. So I runs out and I says to the nurse, can you come in here, please, nurse? I said, I've been watching what you're doing to save bothering you. I said, and I can't find the baby's heartbeat. She went, oh, you grandmothers, what are you all like? She said, fuss, 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 fuss. So I looked at her and I thought, yeah, you'd fuss if it was your child, you'd fuss as well, too true I would. Anyway, she comes in, next minute, bang, on the thing, alarm bells. All the doctors, nurses, everyone kept all running in from everywhere. Couldn't find the heartbeat. My daughter's looking at me. I've got hold of my hand. I'm a bag of shite. My legs were like jelly. I'm holding my daughter's hand. I'm shaking. And she's saying, are you cold? And I'm going, couldn't speak. So I knew something was wrong. And she's going, are you made up, Mum? Because he already had one grandson then, my eldest grandson. She said, you made up, Mum, you're getting a granddaughter. And I'm going, I could not speak. I'd burst out crying. So I'm just nodding my head. Anyhow, he gets the forceps and he gets the baby out, gets Leah out. No cry. I knew something was wrong. I've had 4 kids. I knew something was wrong. So I'm in my head. My mother died 9 months previous. Please, man, please, man, please, man, please, please, please let the baby breathe. Please let her cry. Please let her cry, please. In my head, this is. I don't want to cry while I'm telling this. Anyway, my daughter kept saying to me, is she lovely, Mum? I'm going, all the doctors had her over, tubes down her mouth, oxygen, everything, fighting him that. I'm still holding my daughter's hand. I'm looking down at her. I still could not say a word. I couldn't speak a word because I'm sentimental anyway. I couldn't speak a word. I just had to keep nodding. I'm going to her. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, like that to her. So I'm still saying in my head to my mother, please help her cry, man, please help her cry, please help her cry, please help her cry, over and over and over. Anyway, they're all fighting round Leah to get her breathing, to get her to cry. One of the nurses comes in the swinging doors, and as she come in that swinging door, I see my mother walking past. My mum had a walking stick. I see my mother walking past that swinging door. I got out, let go of my daughter's hand. I went, I won't be a minute, love. I'll be right back. I run to the door, looked up and down the corridor. No one around. At that moment, the baby screamed. The baby screamed. She let out a big scream, and all I could say was, thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I could keep saying. So I went back over to my daughter, and she said, oh, listen to her screaming, Mum. And I went, that's lovely, girl, that's lovely, because I knew she'd be all right now. She took a breath and that. And my mum died the 3rd of December, 1989, and Leah was born on the 24th of August, 1999, 9 months later. And I still say, because when our Leah was growing up, she kept saying, when she was about 2, 3, she said to me one day, oh, there goes the nose itching again. She said to me one day, I left you at the shops. I said, who? She said, you, I left you at the shops. And Steve shouted at me. I said, who? She said, Steve, my dad's name was Steve. My mum's name was Catherine, same as me, only they called her Kate. So I went, who? She said, Steve. She said, Steve shouted at me and said, have you forgot something? And I'm looking at her. She's only about 2 or 3, not long chatting. She doesn't remember none of it like now when I say it. And I went, yeah, go on, what girl, what are you saying? So she went, Steve said, have you forgot something? And my mum told me this story. My mum had me after 8 years, and she went down to the shops, and when she come back, my dad said to her, have you forgot something? She went, no, got the dinner and that in, no, I haven't forgotten nothing. He said, where's the baby? She went, oh, friggin' hell, I've left it outside Gourley's down by the shops. Because years ago, you used to park your pram outside the shop, didn't you? You could do that, you can't do that now. Well, here's our Leah repeating this story to me. She said, I left you outside, I left you outside the shops, and Steve shouted at me. I was gobsmacked. I said, and she's saying, I'm your mum. I said, how can you be my mum? I'm your nanny. She's going, no, I'm your mum. I said, you're not. You're a little girl. You're a little baby. So how can you be my mum? I'm the big woman. I'm the big nanny. So I'm your nanny. So you're my granddaughter. Would she have it? No chance. So that's it. Now our Leah doesn't believe in none of this. She can't even see in her scan, her own scan. She says to me, "Oh, Nan, you see loads of things and that you're a crank, you Nan." Oh, how very dare she? She says, I can't see it, what she sees, but she grew out of that. She didn't see it at that. But that's another thing, as I say, I still say 3rd of December 1989, my mum died. 24th of August, our Leah was born, 1990. And I still say she's reincarnation of my mother because of things that happen and that. And it's her her granddad come in the scan of her twins and that. And it's funny how, you know, like things repeat, you know, carry on. Like when she's growing up and that and she's saying certain things and you think to yourself, that did happen. But how does she know that? Because she wasn't even born. Or, you know, and you think, I can't put my finger on them now, but I know she used to say, come out with things to me, and I'd be just gobsmacked thinking, how the frickin' hell does she know that? And she's saying one day, call me Kate at that. And I went, what do you want me to call you Kate for? Your name's not Kate. And she said, no, it is. I'm saying it isn't. Your name isn't Kate at all. You're Leah. Leah Kate, her name is. But she's saying it is. So I said, all right, it is okay. I'm thinking, well, she's here, Leah Kate and that. But she was insistent we were calling her Kate. And I thought to myself, another spooky thing, you know, that's... Well, I think it's not spooky, it's lovely. But I swear to God, on my mother's grave, I seen my mother passing that door when the door swung open, legged it over right that minute. Not a soul, up the corridor, down the corridor, but the baby just let out a scream. And I knew there and then she was going to be all right then. And I thank God. I was crying, as I say, crying to my mother, saying thank you, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Because, I mean, don't forget, my mum had only been dead 9 months and it was still like yesterday in my mind and in my heart. Still like yesterday, she only died. So, yeah, you want your mother, don't you, at times like that. And I'd never been at a birth, you know, with my daughter. This is my daughter. I'd never been at a birth before to witness something like this. But even when I think of it now, I fill up at the thought of it because I relive it. And I don't want cranks coming on. If you don't want to believe it, don't watch me things. I'm only chatting away. I'm not proclaiming. I'm not, is that the word? Proclaiming, is that what you say? Anyway, I'm not saying I'm a medium or I can read this or read that. I can't. It's just things that happen to me and I'm only telling the story about it. I'm only telling that. Anyway, get off that subject now. I went to town with them today. I bought myself a lovely new coat. Treated myself for my birthday. Anyway, we went for the breakfast and we had a full breakfast. You know, like the English breakfast, beans and sausage, bacon, egg and things like that. And he'd finished it and he went, "You'd like this?" Thinking he's got something on his face, and he went, "Is my face all right? Am I all right? My face all right?" So I went, "Well, seeing better like, but why? What do you mean?" He went, "You cheeky bleeding cow, yeah, I didn't mean that. Have I got any beans and that on my face?" I was funny half hour it was in town today. And as I say, I wouldn't swap him for the world, you know. I know he's a nuisance, he is, he does get on my nerves. He done something else and I can't think what it was now, and I thought I'm going to tell everyone what you've just said. They won't even believe that. I'm going to go now. I've told you that little story about me mum, and if you were to ask me to repeat all this next week, it'd be still the same, word for word, because it actually happened. I'm not saying I can read things like that. I'm not saying none of that. Let's have a look here while I'm here. Just see if any orbs around, because I'm talking about my mother. Let's just see, is there any orbs around in here? That's where they usually come through, that doorway. Any orbs here? Come and show yourself if there's any orbs around. I was sitting here before talking to my cousin on the phone about her dead dad who died in September, and a big bang we heard in the back kitchen, and a bag that's been on a chair for about 2 months, a Timu bag, had fell off. It hadn't fell off in 2 months, but it fell off while we were talking about him. Is there any orbs around? Come on in. Let's see. Please come in and see. Come and sit in here. None around. No. None showing up. I don't know if it's because them strip lights are on. I don't know if it's too bright or what. The strip lights are on the stairs. But usually you can see them. Is there any over there? Any orbs over there? Any orbs? No. See, so they don't always happen. And people, you know, I can't always get them to come. Now and again they do answer me and that, but they're obviously not tonight. It's not none at all around. So I don't know if you enjoyed that little story, or if you don't, I'm not bothered. I just wanted to tell you that anyway, while it was in my mind. I just wanted to say it. So, good night and God bless everyone for now. Hope you enjoyed the little tale. It'll be in my mind now till I go to sleep. I hope you have a dream about my mother tonight. Good night and God bless everyone. Love you all. Thank you for liking and sharing. What about me? I'm on my way. I'm on my way to 20,000 followers again. I'm on my way for 20,000 subscribers again. Oh yeah. Keep sharing, following, commenting. Every time you comment, it makes it go up. I don't know, people log on to them. I don't know what happens, but keep doing what you're doing. I'm absolutely over the moon, made up. Bye for now. Love you all. Talking to you. Yes, you. I'm a dog, and you look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Don't look around. Don't look around. Look into my eyes. Bye for now.